Hey everybody. So here we are in the dining room in a new home, and you're looking at this wagon wheel chandelier. Isn't it pretty? This was out of my late grandparents' house. I restored it a month ago and installed it here in the dining room. I fitted it with brand new clear globes. I know it's a little dark in here, but gives you a little idea what it looks like. So I fitted it with clear globes. It used to have frosted globes and one was missing. And I also fitted it with these LED Edison style light bulbs. And I'll stand up here on the chair and get you a close look at one. So this video in particular is going to be about the light bulbs. You can see how it has the Edison style filament look to them. These are 6-watt LED bulbs. They draw 6 watts a piece, so 30 watts for the entire fixture since there's 5 of them. But there's something very bizarre about these new bulbs. They were pretty cheap end bulbs off of Amazon, so you kind of know where this is going. So, I mean, for the most part, they work great. But there is kind of a weird flaw with these things. So, after I installed this light, at times I would notice it appeared that they were flickering. And each of the 5 bulbs would flicker at the same rate. And I'm not talking about the flickering from the AC voltage. I'm talking about what appears to be like a loose connection, but I know for a fact that when I wired this thing in, I made the connections good and solid. And I know the previous light did not have the issue, and I originally had a different bulb stuck in this light. I had just one bulb for a little while because I was just testing the fixture to make sure it was getting power, and I never recall seeing any sort of weird flickering. And by the way, the bulb in particular was out of the previous fixture that was up here. So I was like, okay, that's really bizarre, because I know for a fact that I made the connections that are wire nutted in there. I made sure they were good and secure for both the hot and the neutral. And of course the ground is actually also wire nutted in, but it's also, of course, screwed into the frame of the box. But I'm going to show you something, guys, that's really bizarre about this fixture. And I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up or not. I may have to switch this camera over to 60 fields to get it. I may upload this whole video in 60 FPS. So if you're watching this, of course, on YouTube, make sure you have the player set to 60 FPS. So let's see how this goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first aim the camera up toward the light, and also get some of the background included as well. Okay, so now we're recording in 60 fields per second. Alright, so check this out, guys. I'm walking over to the Mid-Tower Lux, which is my computer, and I am going to pull up a video file. Alright, so the video file is pulled up. Let me go to a longer one. Okay, now watch this. I'm going to scroll through the video. Do you see the light flickering? I am literally just scrolling through a video here on the computer, and somehow that is messing with the lights in the dining room. It's only that fixture. None of the other lights here in the house are doing it. Okay, I'm going to grab the camera and let's try to get the computer screen as well as the dining room sort of in the picture here. And of course, everything's a mess in here. I gotta clean this place up. All right, so you may be able to see here the video player. Alright, so you can see both the video player as well as the lighting in the dining room. Alright, so let's put this toward the beginning and let's play. Let's scroll the wheel to seek through the video. I really don't know how well the camera is picking this up. But this is like the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. Okay, so the first thing you might think is, okay, well, for one thing, these light bulbs are probably very sensitive to even the slightest fluctuation of voltage. I think they're sensitive to like EMF. Because right now, I mean, I see no sort of flicker whatsoever. But when I scroll that video, I see flickering in the lights. And I'm not even looking at the PC's monitor. I'm just looking at the lighting here in the dining room. So, first thing you might think is, okay, does the mid-tower Lux have a cheap piece of crap power supply in it? Actually, no. It's got a Thermaltake Smart M750W, which is a modular 750 watt supply. It's got active power factor correction. It's got all the EMI filtering, all the good stuff. It ain't a cheap piece of crap supply. But yet, when I'm scrolling through videos on the computer, the lighting actually is affected. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. So another thing I should note is I also use an oscilloscope to take a look at the AC voltage sine wave to see if it looked like it was flickering or anything like that, and it was clean. So what I did is I took a wall wart plug-in transformer. It was one that put out AC voltage and not DC voltage, and I use that to get me 12 volts AC, which I use a handheld oscilloscope to analyze the waveform, and I had a good clean 60 hertz sine wave, and it wasn't jumping around or anything like that. So I knew it wasn't an issue with the voltage in the house, and as mentioned, everything up there in that lighting box, the electrical box, I made dang sure was good and secure. So I think personally it's the cheap bulbs. I think they're sensitive to EMF. Maybe the computer, it's bizarre, maybe the computer, when I'm browsing through videos, or excuse me, when I am seeking through a video, I don't know why it does that, and I don't think I don't think it has to do with audio. I could be wrong. But, I mean, I even powered off my speakers and it still did it. So it was really weird. So I figured I'd share that with you guys. So feel free to let me know what you think in the comments. It's really, really weird. I mean, I'm looking at it right now and I hardly see any flickering at all. But when I sit down at the computer and I am looking, if I'm going through videos, and this is only on videos that are locally played on the PC, not YouTube videos. I can scroll through YouTube videos and it doesn't do it. It's only when I am seeking through locally stored videos on the computer. So it's like a mystery. It's like a mystery. So, yeah. Like I say, maybe I should have spent a little extra money on light bulbs, but hey, these have good reviews, and for the most part, they're working fine. We'll see how they hold up in the long term. I think it was like a pack of 6 of them for like $25 or something like that. 25, 30 bucks. I have them somewhere. Let me see if I can locate them. Here we are. Here's a box they came in. So they are the Light History LED Edison style bulbs. So let's get you a better look at them here. E26 6 watt, 60 watt equivalent, 2200K. Yes, they're very warm, if you hadn't noticed already. Very warm. I did that on purpose to give this light some character, and I think it really does give character. So this here, again, is a pack of 6 of them. And I have one left over. So this is actually what they look like. Very bizarre behavior. And you can see there's the filaments, the LED filaments. And I'm looking at the base. I'm trying to see if there's any electronics in there, and obviously I'm sure there is some stuff in there, but like for example, I'll go into one of the bathrooms and I'll show you what the bulbs in there look like, because they're the LED filament style bulbs too. Look at these. I'm not sure how well this will pick up. And you can see the base there. Of course, these things always have some electronics that drive the LEDs and also help clean up the voltage. That way you don't have so much flicker in them from the AC. That way you don't have 120 flickers per second in 60 hertz countries, or 100 cycles per second in 50 hertz countries. Yeah, so very bizarre. Very bizarre. But yeah, guys, really, really bizarre. So what do you think? I don't think it's an issue with wiring at all. I don't think it's anything to do with that. Like I mentioned, when I put this fixture in here and when I wired it in, I made sure the connections are secure. So just, to give you some background, when this new home was brought in 2021, I did a lot of the electrical work myself, wiring the two halves together because it is a double wide manufactured home. Wired the two halves together, there's a bunch of junction boxes in the master bedroom closet, and also installed the conduit between the sub panel in the house as well to the main panel outside. That's from the meter box. So, and of course I had all that checked out by electrician when they signed off on the permits and all that good stuff. So everything there is solid. So it's really bizarre, guys. So anyways, figured I'd share it with you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Hey everybody. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video from Flickering channel. If this is your first time, please subscribe to the channel and be sure to tick the bell so we get notified of new video posts. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, leave a comment, and share this video as well as the channel with your friends and get the word out. Also, I have a second channel, that's CubeComp MTDX. Over there you'll find videos about thunderstorms and weather, cycling, and videos about me personally. Feel free to subscribe over there as well if you like. Again, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for your support.